Hello, and welcome to the Self-Heal Program. I am Dr. Asher Beckwith, and I am joined by Kimberly Ward. Kimberly Ward and I took a lot of time and effort to put together this beautiful program to help you self-heal after trauma. So, are you tired of being defined by your trauma? Are you ready to take charge of your life? Are you committed to your healing and growth? We have an awesome program for you. This has been a lifelong journey for both of us. And we have taken all of these lessons that we've learned from our life and from our training, and we have put them together in this beautiful program. So please stay until the end, and we'll tell you about a free gift. So this program is for you if you're not currently in a state of crisis, if you recognize you have past traumas, and you're ready to invest in your self-healing and growth.
Maybe you have tried different ways to heal your trauma in the past. Maybe you've gone to therapy. Maybe you've joined support groups. Maybe if you're like me, you've read hundreds of self-help books and you've attended workshops and webinars, even gone to retreats. Yet you might still be not where you want to be in your healing process. Maybe you find that you're still really overwhelmed. You're easily numbed or tuned out or dissociated, or that you're often really triggered by things that shouldn't be triggering you. Maybe you're too giving, you're over giving and self-sacrificing in your relationships, even to the point of total exhaustion. Maybe you find yourself stuck in your life and you procrastinate. And even on things you really want to do, you're procrastinating and you can't figure out why. Maybe you're holding on to things that you should be letting go. You hold on to them until you feel like you're going to explode, and then you explode, and then you feel really guilty later for exploding all over your loved ones. Maybe you continuously have this horrible, negative, dark, critical self-thoughts, and you strive for perfection only to always feeling like you're not good enough. Maybe you feel isolated or worthless or guilty or ashamed, or you feel like you're to blame or responsible. But instead, what you really want is to not be so easily triggered, to attract healthy partners who accept and love you unconditionally, to build trust and close relationships and have a community where you are actually really supported, where you're seen and you're heard, and you can manage your emotions so that you're not so afraid of your own emotions, and you can regulate yourself if you do have an emotion. And you can actually experience positive feelings of self-worth and unconditional self-love. But we don't heal in isolation, but in community. So to do this, we need to work together in community, in a safe, connected space. We need to be aware of our triggers so that we can live in the present moment, not be triggered by the past trauma. We need to discover how to feel and process our emotions, and then to be able to manage those emotions and our behaviors and our thoughts and our responses to the world around us, and to take care of ourselves and our bodies, to learn to trust ourselves, to learn to identify, set, and advocate for our boundaries, and surround ourselves with people and communities who see us and hear us for who we really are.
So our promise to you is to teach you the necessary skills so that you can be free from triggers and you can feel present in your life. You can build safe and empowering communities, and you can learn to unconditionally love yourself. I am Dr. Asher Beckwith. I too am a trauma survivor. I have been there. I have helped over 5,000 clients. I am also trained in trauma energetics. My doctorate is in medical anthropology, race, gender, and social justice. So I not only understand the personal trauma, but I also understand systemic traumas. I have researched trauma now for over 23 years. And all of this together, my training as a coach, my background as a researcher, and my experience in working with people, as well as my own personal experience, has led me through a lifetime to get to this point where I became the founder of the Self Heal program.
And I'm Kimberly Ward. I have been a holistic practitioner for over 30 years. I specialize in somatic trauma therapy, and I work with clients that are healing illness, physical, mental, or emotional illness rooted in their unresolved trauma. I have served thousands of clients in my last 30 years of being in practice, and I have trained hundreds of coaches and therapists in trauma. And I am the founder of Somagetics, where I support people on a personal healing and professional journey to learn to work with the trauma that is disrupting their life and their bodies. And I'm so happy to be pairing with Dr. Asher to bring you the Self Heal program.
So the Self Heal program teaches you the 8 steps to go from inner pain to inner peace in a safe community. Let's talk a little bit more about this program. So it's broken down into 2 phases. We have the self, and then we also have the heal. So each phase is broken into 3 months because we really want to give you time to truly be able to get to know yourself, to love yourself, to care for yourself, and then to have time to heal. Healing doesn't happen overnight. So we're going to take 6 months. So each phase is broken into 3 months. And in this, you're going to get a live instruction call from me once every 3 weeks. You're going to have a live community coaching call with both Kimberly and myself. You're going to have a peer buddy system because, again, we don't work through things just on our own. So that peer buddy can be there to walk with you throughout this course. And then you'll have all kinds of instructional videos and very exciting activities to help you stay on track and make progress every week. And then for those of you who can't join us during the live calls, that's okay. Life happens. We will have replays.
And in addition to that, you're going to get some amazing extra bonuses. You will get some weekly support groups where you can be in connection with other people that are working through their self-healing process. You're going to also have the opportunity to come to some live teachings around developing your own energy perception and learning to work with your own life force energy. You're going to learn how to identify the common trauma patterns within yourself and with other people. You're also going to get some self-study courses, one specifically on these unique trauma patterns. And there's a resource library that includes a ton of educational and inspirational videos and guided meditations and articles and even more.
So our goal is to bring you with the best of what we have. So let's take a minute and talk a little bit more about phase 1, the self. As I mentioned, the self is referring to safety, evaluation, learning, and forgiving. So in the first 3 weeks, we're going to talk about safety. Because if you don't feel safe within yourself and within the community, it's very challenging to heal. So this is why this is the first step. And this is really a crucial step. So we're going to work really hard in this step to establish a foundation of safety through co-created communities and also cultivating that inner safety within you, which will spare you hopefully from months of isolation and uncertainty about your well-being and personal growth. In weeks 4 through 6, we're going to focus on the evaluation. So this is taking control of your personal journey by conducting comprehensive self-assessment across your life. So as a medical anthropologist, I don't see people as just isolated beings. I see people as integrated with everything, their environment, and everything and everyone around them. So we're going to be looking at your relationships with your partners, your family, your friends, even like your work and your finances and health and communities that you might be in. And how is trauma impacting you in those areas? And what are some ways that we can help you with charting that healing path? And then we're going to do learning, and we're going to really invest in learning in weeks 7 through 9. And this is where we're going to unlock that power of self-awareness. Self-awareness is utterly key to healing and personal growth. And so we're going to master the art of acknowledging and honoring your feelings and your needs and your boundaries. And then in weeks 10 through 12, we're going to focus on forgiveness. Forgiveness can oftentimes hold us back from healing. And so we're going to embark on a really transformative journey of healing and self-discovery, where we look at forgiving others and also forgiving ourselves and developing self-compassion in our lives. And then phase 2 is going to focus really on the healing aspects. So once we get through that focus on self, then we can focus really more on the healing parts. So heal is focused on health, empowerment, alignment, and love. So in the first weeks are weeks 13 through 15 of Heal. We are going to be prioritizing and looking at where you are in discovering the art of self-care and then incorporating those self-care practices in your day-to-day life. And one of the things that I can say as someone who has survived a lot of trauma, that I've always found self-care to be challenging, and I know that many others do, especially when we have so much that we have gone through. And so we're going to be focusing on this, but it's not going to be told to you like we hear from doctors and other professionals, you need to do this and you need to do that. But instead, we're going to focus on things that are doable for you and that feel good to you. And then we're going to focus on empowerment. So we're going to look at your life and ways in which you can feel empowered within your life by, one, learning how to prioritize yourself. I know many survivors have learned how to prioritize everyone else, even their dogs and cats, above themselves. But now it's your turn. It's your turn. It's your time to be able to prioritize yourself. So we're going to focus on that, and then also defining and advocating for your boundaries. And then we're going to focus on alignment. So this is discovering true alignment with your essential self, with that deeply inner part of you. And making sure that everything that you do in your life aligns with this deep inner part, so that you can lead an authentic, empowered life through embracing those core values and listening and trusting that inner wisdom that you have. And then in weeks 22 through 24, we're going to wrap things up with elevating your self-worth and helping you to realize and acknowledge that self-worth, and nurturing and ongoing support. And then again, having some day-to-day practices that you can integrate to show yourself love, that are rooted in unconditional love and self-compassion and emotional well-being.
Thank you, Dr. Asher. I want to take a moment to share some testimonials from people who have learned these skills and been in community with us. So one of our clients says, how can any single one of us who has been touched by these teachers ever feel lost, sad, and disconnected when we have these teachers in our lives who are so full of love and wisdom, basically at our disposal? Another person says, funny how when I applied what I learned about how to ground myself and I looked around at the beauty surrounding me, every pain and knot went away. And one more client said, I literally felt my heart opened and having so much love for all of you. It's amazing how much love one can feel for people I've only known for such a short amount of time, yet it feels like I've known you all for so long. So beautiful testament to the power of a safe community.
So look, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to invest in yourself and in your self-healing? Look, Kimberly and I didn't just create this for the fun of it. It's not something that we just came up with. We have been working through our entire lives to get to this point where we could bring you this program and help people to really self-heal after trauma. The world is riddled with trauma at this point, and we just want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to self-heal. So please reach out and schedule a discovery call today, or go to www.selfhealtrauma.com. And keep in mind that there are limited spots available, so please schedule a call as soon as you can. And if you schedule within the next 24 hours, we are going to provide you with a $500 discount. And also, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked, no hard feelings. If this program doesn't work for you, we don't want to push it.
We do want to teach you all of the skills that you need to cultivate that inner capacity for self-healing. We all have it, but we need to often learn how to access it. And so this program is going to give you the tools that you need to take charge of your healing process and have the support of the teachers and the community. It's invaluable. So please go to www.selfhealtrauma.com and schedule that free discovery call so that you can ask questions to make sure that this is the right program for you.
And from the bottom of our hearts, we truly want to thank you for staying with us for this presentation. We really hope to see you in the future, but regardless, we wish you the best on your self-healing journey.